So non-static methods, you can see here. So in same class, how to call non-static methods, create object for the class, and then how can you call one class void method? So there is a formula. Just follow one by one. So what is the answer? Object reference. The object reference is this one. Dot calculator. See, the method name is a calculator method. Just call this. Please enter N1 value. Please enter N2 value. Please enter the operator. See, you got the output 25 plus 15, 40. So very nicely built up, right? So this is how you can see the execution is done. This is a runtime. You entered the values for this N1 and N2. So this is the one way. Otherwise, you can use a parameterized method you can create. N1 and N2 you can declare as a parameter. Operator also you can declare as a 3 parameterized method. But I just want to try give you another concept. You can supply any parameter values from scanner class using scanner class system.in. And so the scanner class methods you can call. So same you could practice with next int method. You can try and different methods you can use it. So this is a very important concept. How to extract a particular character from the string using caret method. You can do that. Caret method, you have to give a parameter as the index. This method is a return type method, returns the character. So this method gives a character type data to you. So these are the few important concepts you need to catch it here. Okay. Second method. I want to create a parameterized method which should swap with a third variable. This is another important method. Let's create this. So access modifier. So let me write a method. So write a program to swap given two integers using third variable. So the arguments are x comma y, two parameters, and my method is access modifier. Access modifier void method name parenthesis. So data type p1 comma data type p2. So then you write the logic. So this is the same, see the formula I'm using to build my method. So easy life. If you remember these formulas, programming will come very, very nicely. So access modifier, I want to use a public. And void. See, word by word, I'm going to formula. Access modifier is done. Then I move to second word, void. Then I'm going for a method name. The method name is I'm swapping. Swap integers with third variable. Third variable. You have to give int x comma int y. Swap with third variable, otherwise you can give swap integers with third variable. So before we used just two integers you swapped, only two integers without third variable. Now this is with third variable. You have to use a third variable. So these are the two variables you have, but again still you need to use one more temporary third variable. So let's see how to use that. So I'm declaring int temporary variable. So I'm just declaring one int temporary variable. The step one is assign x value to a temporary variable. That means first variable you assign temp equal to x. This is all just a assignment operator, okay? This is all just assignment operator. So you are using. Then step two. Now you assign x value to y. You assign x value you assign to temp, right? Y value you assign to x. So y value you assign to x. Y value to x. So x equal to y. And third step, step 3, assign temp value to y. Temp value to y. So y equal to temporary. That's it. Maybe you can print before swapping x and y values. Before swapping, x value is plus x, y value is plus y. Okay. Then after swapping, this is very simple. This logic we are using in the arrays also. So be careful. Okay. This logic we are going to use in the arrays widely, this logic. So that's why I explained this. Otherwise, we have a lot of other programs. So whatever the programs I'm explaining, and you will use them in the other places. That's why I'm just calling this. Okay. Next. So I want to develop a next program. Maybe you can call this method directly. What is the formula it is following? How can you call non-static void parameterized method under main method? So see that object reference. What is object reference? NSMOBJ dot swap. And I can give whatever you want. So this should go to y value and 90 should come to x value after your program execution. Okay, so it is again coming. Let me try this. And 20, I'll enter minus. See, now this is the 1. See, now I entered minus. Before we entered plus, right? So every time that is executing. So that's the another program. Okay, any questions here? Okay. So now two void methods I have done. I need to write return type methods. So the return type methods are the factorial value I want to return. I want to return a factorial value. So using for loop, I'll try to do that with a for loop, because for loop also important. Let me do that. Okay. Now, so the method, write a program to get factorial value of given n. So access modifier, data type, because void is done, I'm now return type methods I'm writing. Method name, parenthesis, data type, p1, and so logic, so return value. So these are the methods we are going to develop. So you know already factorial value, right? So what is a factorial value? N factorial values n multiplied by n minus 1 and so on, right? And so on. So till 1. And 0 factorial, you know already it's 1. Okay. So these are the logic we need to build. So let's try this, how to build this logic. So I'll write so integer data type value int and get factorial value, get factorial int n. So you give the any number, that factorial you should get. We should get that factorial value. So I'll declare a int fact equal to, so I'll declare a fact value 1. Then, so declare in for loop I'm using, let me use a for loop, okay? I'll use a for loop. For int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus.
No, n minus 1 illappa.
So you can try now fact equal to fact multiplied by I. So, and then return the fact. So this is the simple method. So you can call, so this formula, I mean the return type method. So this is the very, 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 very important formula. This formula you will use in Selenium multiple places, because Selenium returns a lot of return type methods. So that's why this formula you will use in the Selenium. Any return type method is there, you have to follow this format. So, and I'm just giving that format here. Multiple times you write so that you won't forget that formula. So because basically one thing you need to remember, void methods, they won't return any value. That's why directly you will write with object reference, right? With object reference, you are calling the non-static methods. Object reference, non-static method. But a return type method, they will return the value. They're giving output to you. So that output, this right side output, you're storing in a variable. If you know this assignment operator purpose, and you can easily catch that. Right? What is the assignment operator will do?
Assign the value to the variable from right to left.
Right to left. This is the value. And this value it is copying into this variable. Who is doing that? This assignment operator is doing it. Assigning this right side value to this left side variable. And the value data type is this one. Now you know what is the data type. This method is returning integer. So put this data type place int. So fact val equal to, so object reference is yes, NSM object dot get factorial 5 factorial I want. We can just print. What is 5 factorial value?
125.
Yeah, let's see. 125, 120. I think 120. Let's see that. So what is that? See, this is the one, right? 5 minus n minus 1, right? N minus 1, 4. Then
Yeah.
again n minus 2, 3. Again n minus 4, like that. It will go till 1. So now count it. 120, right? You will get 120. You should get 120. Oh, we are starting again this one. 30, 25, and multiplication I will use C 120. 5 factorial value 120. So this is the one, anyhow, is swapped. So this is the return type methods, how to call. So you should catch by this time the void methods and why we are not writing void methods, why we are not storing a value, because they won't return a value. The return type methods, they returns the output. After calculation, they are giving output. That output, either you store it in a variable or you print it. So any one you need to do. Clear? Okay. So one more. So I'll do with the while loop, you do with the for loop, that one. Okay, a program. So I want to another program, a parameterized return type method. So write a program to get the difference of sum of even numbers and odd numbers. You need to get the difference of some even sum, odd sum difference you need to return in the given for the given numbers. So basically natural numbers you're giving. For example, if I give natural numbers, 50 numbers, sum you do. In that 50 numbers, you have both even numbers and odd numbers, right? And that difference you return to me. What is the difference? You return to me. That's the program we need to write. Write a program to get the difference of even and odd numbers. Even and odd numbers. So even and odd numbers. So I'm just taking again method. First, write the method syntaxes. So very, very important. Once you are confident, you don't need to write. Until you are confident, so you keep writing every time. So data type, because I am going to give a parameter. Data type parameter. Logic, and see body must return a value. So that's what the change in normal void methods to return type methods, difference. Okay. So protected, because I used all access modifiers for each method, one access modifier I'm using. Protected, it's an integer. Difference of even odd sum. Okay, the step one. So you want me to do while loop or a for loop? You will do with the for loop, or I will do with the while loop. Okay. So anything, it's fine. So declare few variables. Declare variables, whatever you need. What are the variables I need? Int even sum equal to 0, odd sum equal to 0. These are the two variables I need. Because I need to calculate separately, even sum and odd sum. So in the previous program, we calculated the natural numbers sum. But here, I am calculating even sum and odd sum. So separately, then I will subtract. So in this, what are the natural numbers sum? First, you need to calculate. So until this range. So let's do initialization I'm doing into j equal to 1. So while j less than or equal to n, and the condition I need to write, how do you know this j value is even or odd? How do you know? How do you know that it is even or odd?
By reminder.
You have to write a condition.
Yeah.
Let me write the condition here. J percentile by 2 equal to 0.
Then it is even.
Then that is a even, right? Even number. So even sum. You calculate the even sum. Even sum plus j. That's it. Else I'm covering if else also here. Else. So odd sum equal to odd sum plus j. So see, you got it, and now increment the j value. J plus plus. So then sum of even numbers sum of odd numbers. And you can get the difference, right? Return even sum minus odd sum. That's it. So again, I don't want to store in one more variable and then that variable you print, you can write it here. You can write that also. But one step I reduced basically. Same code you write with a for loop. That's exercise for it. Okay, so we got all the methods and let's call them. So what is the next? So I need to call return type method in the print statement. How can we call? So in the print statement, say write the answer. I'm just following answer. I'll write it. So difference of even odd sum plus NSM OBJ dot difference of, and I want 100 numbers. Sum first I'll calculate and I return that. Okay, again, so this is coming 45 and 9, and I'll give division. See that? So 45 division 9, 5. So this one, and see, this is the even number sum is more 2550, odd number sum is 2500. The difference is 50. Perfect, right? So that is the how you can get it. So, and the last one, how to call the non-static variables under main method or under any static method. So directly you cannot call. See, if I call these variables, so these variables directly, and it will throw error. See, if I call directly those variables, See, I'll try to call. So double, I want a long output. Long result equal to, see, I'll try to call C plus I plus F plus D. If I call like this, see, it is throwing error. So every variable cannot make a static reference to the non-static field C. What is mean by that? You cannot call non-static variable under static methods directly. Then how can you call the non-static variable with a object reference? See, I can call with object reference. So with a object reference. Object reference. But still you are getting error. This is different. This error, what is the type mismatch? Why type mismatch? This whole thing you are getting a double, but you want a long type. And that's why you need to convert this whole type into a long format. So this type conversion. So it's a implicit or explicit type conversion. Is it implicit or explicit type conversion?
Double to long is largest to smallest is that narrowing, the second one, manual one. You give
So
the
it's
brackets.
explicitly or converting. It's not internally it happened, right? Explicitly you are doing, that's a explicit type conversion. So this is called typecasting. So I'm a typecasted. See, a double I converted to long. So this is the explicit type conversion we call this. So basically, any non-static members, if you want to call, what is the procedure you need to follow? First, create object for the class, then object reference dot non-static member. These two statements you need to tell anywhere if anybody asks you. Okay. Yeah. So we're good. See, result is 174 and all the output you got it. Okay, we're done. And let's call these non-static members in another class of same package. So same package, another class. So call non-static members, another class, same package. So only one step, that is create object for the class. Which class? This class or which class non-static method you are calling that class?
Which class we are calling non-static?
Class we are calling. So we are calling other class. This class. So this class, you have to create object. So again, I'm writing until you should not forget this one more time. The syntax and everything. So that's why I'm writing multiple times. This is the another major topic you will use. So the class name is, this is the one. So void method you need to call. Calling void method. How can you call? Object reference dot
Method name.
method name. But That method we have given a private, so it's not accessible. So that's why it is not accessible. See that calculator, right? But it's not accessible, private. So what should we need to do? Change this to
Public.
So then it is accessible. Calculator, now it is accessible. So calling void parameterized method. So NMD is a dot swap. Next, calling return type non-static method. So I'm calling, the formula is, there are formulas, you can follow that. Return type of the method, fact val equal to, and so NMD obj dot, so get factorial value of 6 factorial. 6 factorial value is plus fact val. Three numbers, sum difference plus NMD dot difference of 50 numbers. See all the methods I called, and variable also let me call, we can close that quickly. And non-static, so variable D value is plus NMD obj dot D. See object reference, always any non-static you should call with object reference. See that? All you're able to call. Okay. So this is the how you can call in the same package. You just create object, you can call it. Let's call in another package class. So what will change in another package? What will change? What will change? If you're calling one package class members in another package, what will change? No guess, huh? What will change, Andy? If you're calling in another package class, what will change?
Import that package.
Yeah, that's it, right? You're right. That's the only change. Then object creation is not going to change. Is it going to change? No. You have to create object for that class. The only change is you have to create object for that class and import. You have to do import. So see that when I put a here, it doesn't understand. It doesn't understand. It will ask import. So it will ask, see, import. So you need to import. So that's it. So you can call obj dot all the variables. Yeah, I is the global public variable. That's why you can call this D, and those are not visible. So those are not visible because they are so less scope for them, less visibility they have. So outside package not visible because private, default, protected, not visible outside. This is the public, that's why it is visible. And also obj.method, you can call the method calculator. So you can call swap. These are public, that's why you can call here also. This is also you can call, but other methods are not visible because the return type methods, they are not visible because see, they are not visible. Even get factorial is not visible because they have less permissions. So if you change the permissions only, they are visible. So the permissions I need to change for them is this is the one. This one I need to change it to public because default is accessible in the same package. Protected also accessible in the same package and child classes. But if you want to access another package, that is not sufficient. So I'm making them public. Then you can call so int some difference equal to and obj dot difference. See, now it is visible 200 sum. So you can print the value 200 sum differences. Some difference. And so you can call directly in the print statement factorial value of 4 is get factorial value. See, directly I cannot call. What I missed there? Object reference I missed. That's why it was not able to get the method also. 4 factorial. That's all. See, please enter the value, N1 value, 20 and 5 plus, see all the values, 4 factorial 20 and 200 difference is 100 and these are all swapped output. Okay. Yeah. So I have shown you non-static methods, how to call in same class, same package, another class, another package class, how to call I have shown you non-static methods. So you have the scenarios, all scenarios, please practice all these scenarios. And so more practice with the formulas, it really helps you. Okay. So tomorrow I'll take more time. So I think still we have time, another 1 minute only. Let me